Okay, welcome to my Bleach review, the weekly Shonen Jump edition. And right here we see, before we get to the chapter, Bleach Volume 55 and Bleach 3 in 1 Volume 4 are out now. Came out earlier this month, and you can get that on vismanga.com. The print edition they have going for $9.99, and the digital is $4.99 for Volume 55. And for the 3 in 1 they have $14.99 for the print for the US market. Alright, let's begin with the chapter. Continues where it picked off last week with Kenpachi putting the sword through Unohana. Unohana says, "Well done, Kenpachi Zaraki." And now it is over. She drops her sword. Kenpachi removes his sword from her. He's asking, "It's over now? Hey, you're just going to die? Hey, don't die. I haven't had enough. Please don't die. I'm begging you." And he screams out, "Don't die." And Unohana says, "Heh, just like a child." "What is there to cry about?" she asked. "Sure, now that you've regained your strength and defeated me, you may return to the days when all your fights were boring games. But right now, you have worthy opponents to fight. You have allies who rival you, and most of all, you have a partner who has awakened alongside you." And we see in the picture here when it says you have worthy opponents to fight, here's a picture of Chuhabak. In the allies who rival you, we see Byakuya, Ichigo, and Renji. Okay, and so we see a light here after she says you have a partner who has awakened alongside you. See Zaraki's eyes opened up. Okay. And it says, "Everything that I have gained until now, I've given to you." And her Bankai still appears to be active. As we see here, it actually like it goes back before she dropped her sword. We see the blood. Look like the blood came from her body, still on the sword. And so what she's saying is that she's giving everything she has gained until now, she's giving it to him. What that means, have no way of knowing right now. And also, we did not learn what her Bankai did last week. We knew the name with a different spelling, so the different kanjis. We know that Minozuki, it put blood around her blade. So what does that blood represent? What did that blood do? Kubo is definitely not telling anyone right now. He's keeping that a secret for for some reason, so we don't know. You just have to be patient and find out in the chapters to come. Alright, let's continue on. She says, "No longer have anything. I no longer have anything. Even the Kenpachi name that I could not hand over at that time has finally vanished from my hands. Celebrate, Kenpachi Zaraki. Celebrate for me as I pass away. Oh yes, what pleasure there is in dying after accomplishing one's purpose." And it appears she's gonna die. So as of right now, we're just gonna leave it at that. It's alluded to that she is gonna die and that she has died in peace and happiness. So we're just gonna leave it at that for right now, for whether that's actually the case. We're just gonna have to wait, be patient and see. So we hear somebody saying Kenpachi, Kenpachi of Zaraki. And he's looking around like, who's there? Who's calling for me? Show yourself. So you can hear me. My voice has finally reached you. And we go on, it says, "I have been by your side longer than anyone." And we see flashbacks from him all the way back to when he was a younger child, when he fought against Unohana. presumably that was thousands of years ago, or at least 8,000 years ago, or 2,000 years ago. At that time period, when she was still in the divisions. He says, I have always been watching you. We see the previous Kenpachi he defeated, and we see him saying, who the hell are you? He says, Kenpachi, the Kenpachi from Zaraki. And we see little Yachiru on his shoulder in that flashback. It's nice to meet you, Kenpachi Zaraki. We hear the voice saying, my name is. So it's definitely coming from his Zanpakuto. And what is his name? Huh? We won't know that yet. Maybe next chapter, maybe not. And this is Bleach chapter 527. Eliminate from Heaven. That's 71 hours and 48 minutes. 3 days and 3 nights. Well done. I am impressed. You passed, yo, Renji. And you failed, Ichigo. Why, wait. I'm not. Nope. Nothing. No waiting. You done. Failure. Epic fail. Now Maya is telling Ichigo. Ichigo is saying, I can still go on. Let me continue. It's not like there was a time limit. And Namaya says, time limit, no. Feeling limit, yes. It was never about whether you could keep going or not. You weren't chosen by the Asuchi. That's all. It ain't gonna happen. You're done. Epic fail. Yo. Ichigo saying, wait. Give it up, yo. You were dumped. It says you were dumped. Stop whining and move on. What's become perfectly clear these 3 days is that Renji's a soul reaper while you are not. Relax. I get you. Hold on, excuse me. He says, relax. I get you out right now. And so, it's time you go home. And we see the expression on Ichigo's face and Renji's face. And Ichigo saying, what? Namaya said, calling for Mira. Says, Mira, pull him up. She says, sure. Ichigo saying, hold on. Are you serious? Hey. Alright, Namaya says. Never come back to Soul Society, yo. The Soul Society is for Soul Reapers. Without a Zanpakuto, you're just a normal human. You have no right to be here. Ichigo saying, actually, I'm not sure if that's actually Ichigo that says damn it. It's appearing to be from Mira who says damn it. So, but either way, Ichigo says, you think I'm just going to leave after coming all this way? What will happen to Zangetsu if I leave now? Namaya says, it's the same whether you leave or stay, yo. He can't be fixed, or rather, I ain't fixing him. So Ichigo, the expression on his face, he is definitely very concerned. You can definitely see he is definitely very concerned and worried right about now. And Namaya says, I told you, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, then a 3, I'm Oetsu, Namaya. Fake Soul Reapers get no swords from me. Ichigo's running towards him saying, hey, you bastard. Namaya. Now I'm not sure what kind of, this appears to be some kind of keto he did, which shot Ichigo into the hole. He says, bye, bye, bye. See ya, Ichigo. And it closes just like the Garganta does. You're not there yet, Ichigo. You don't understand what it means that you have been able to come this far without having an Asuchi. You gotta go back, yo. Back to your roots. You gotta learn about your past, even if knowing your roots means you can never return. Alright, this was a very interesting chapter of Bleach. First half with the conclusion with Zaraki and Unohana. We're just going to leave it as it is for now, as the way Kuba wants it to be known. Unohana she's passed on, she's happy, she accomplished what she set out to do, and she gave everything she had to Zaraki. So what exactly does that mean? We're going to have to find out in later chapters. So he can now hear his Zanpakuto's voice. And he just learned his Zanpakuto's name. What that name is, we don't know. We're definitely going to have to wait and see in the future. I don't think it's going to be in the next chapter. I think it's going to be several chapters later on. Back in, during the battle actually. And so, it's very interesting as well because Unohana knew that Zaraki could hear his Zanpakuto now. And whatever she gave him, I'm very interested in that. And this whole thing with Ichigo not being a Soul Reaper and Amaya kicking him out of Soul Society and telling him, to never come back. It's only a place for Soul Reapers, and he's not going to fix his sword. And he's telling Ichigo that he has to go back and learn his roots, even if that means you can never return. So what are Ichigo's roots exactly, and what does this have to do with him not being a Soul Reaper and why the Asuchi did not choose him? I believe we're going to pick up with this next chapter. I'm assuming that he sent him back to Karakura Town, and so this alludes to we're probably going to see Sheen and possibly even Ryukin. I want to see, there's definitely something there between Sheen and Ryukin. We definitely know that they're friends and they've, whatever their past is. It looks like we're getting ready to go to a flashback now where Sheen is probably going to explain everything, because definitely Ichigo just learned that his mother was a Quincy. So there's definitely so much that he does not know that he needs to know in order to move forward and progress the best way possible. Alright, so this has been my review / read along of this week's Weekly Shonen Jump, Bleach. Alright, see you later.